And there I was the girl from Suits.
This one's wife. I'm sick of being the plus one. Hello, I'm H.G. Tudor. Can you hear that noise? Listen carefully. Can you hear it? It's just perceptible. Yes, that noise. It's the world's tiniest violin that's being played in sympathy for the declaration of being tired of being the plus one. But who is issuing this complaint? Who is complaining about being the plus one? Who's sick of being that? You might think that it's the Prince of Pink Pancakes, that he has become tired of walking in the footsteps of his wife, where she always has to walk in front of him, interrupt his handshakes, push him out of the way to talk to people, that she has to be seen first, staring down that camera lens. Well, in actual fact, according to Eloise Wells-Morin, writing for Geo News, it's this one's wife who's having a whinge. This one's wife tired of being Prince Harry plus one, wants new identity. Apparently, this one's wife wants to be known for her work, not royal status. Well, oh dear. Looks like you've got a huge problem, Duchess of Industrial Beige, because if you want to be known for your work and not your royal status, riddle me this. Why is it that your site is called Sussex.com, using the title in its title? Why is it not called thisoneswife.com? Why is it that it has the grandiosity of the office of this one's wife and this one, utilising the title of Duke and Duchess of Sussex? Why is it in the landing page there are several mentions of the titles that you have? If you want to be more than your royal status, you have demonstrated that you don't really have a clue about how to go about it. And of course, this is the usual hypocrisy of this one's wife. Her narcissism, each and every day, causes her to believe that she is important, that she is brilliant, that she is insightful, that she is unique, that she is special, and that the world ought to recognize that. This delusion courses through her veins, pulses across the synapses in her brain, compelling her to believe, you should all be regarding me with bated breath and worshipping me, because I am this one's wife, totally special. And yet, she's not. She has no talent. She's not a particularly good actress. She can't write. She can't give speeches. She can't sing or dance. Her philanthropy is paper thin. Her charitable endeavours are quite transparent as being all about her. She hasn't designed anything. She hasn't created a multi-million-dollar enterprise. The only reason that people know about her is because she married into the royal family. And that's the only string to her bow that she's got. And she's demonstrated this repeatedly. Wrote The Bench of Stench. Oprah's still using it to throw into her wood burner to keep her warm during the winter. There are unsold copies lying all around the Monty Shit Show mansion, holding doors open, propping up laptops. Her fashion choices show that if someone were foolish enough to offer her a clothing line, it would be an absolute aberration. Every speech she's ever given has resulted in a catatonic and comatose audience. She's got no charisma. She doesn't know how to conduct herself when dealing with people. She's been subjected to ridicule. She has the Sadim touch. Whatever she touches turns to shit, the reverse of the Midas touch. And therefore, she can't be known for her work because she doesn't really work and she's never actually created anything successfully. The only thing that people know her for is her royal status. And this just demonstrates the level of delusion by which this woman operates, generated by her narcissism, to say, but I want to be known by my work, not my royal status. Okay, go off then and carry on with your work. Oh dear, look, you faded into obscurity because you're shit at whatever you decide to do. The article explains the Duchess of Sussex, who married into the royal family in 2018, recently visited Canada with husband Harry for an Invictus Games event. Speaking of this one's wife's desire to be more on the 3-day trip, body language expert Judy James tells the Mirror, this one's wife's body language shows her to be super supportive and encouraging. No, it doesn't. If you actually understood narcissism, Judy James, you'd realise it's not. It's all about facade management. She explained, she's clearly wanting to be more than Harry's +1 here. When he squats to chat to athletes, she squats right alongside him, and her body language rituals define her as very much a part of him in the communication. Well, that's because he is an extension of her, and she's mirroring him for the purpose of fitting in. Her head is close to his, and her reactions mirror his during the chats, showing her to be sharing the conversation with her husband rather than doing her own thing. Well, that's because she doesn't know what to do. Because she has no emotional empathy and she's not particularly clever, her narcissism can only work with so much, which is copy what he's doing, nod when he does, smile when he does, touch people. Because she has no genuine understanding of how to deal with people, which has been shown in so many of the faux pas that she is engaged in, her narcissism basically says, mirror him and you'll be okay. And of course, this is then interpreted as her being nothing more than a replicant of him. Ms. James concluded, this one's wife is in support and congratulatory mode again, as I pointed out earlier. That's because Harry has been enjoying a respite period. Walking into shot with both hands held out in a proffered hug. Harry keeps his safety helmet in his hands, though, signalling a decline of the hug, while he continues chatting to the guy next to him. Thus, Judy James deduces that this one's wife is tired of being Prince Harry's +1. I would actually suggest that she doesn't think about that at all, that she regards him as her +1, because her narcissism tells her that she's far more important, that people want to see her, that she's the main draw. In any instance, of course, where she's told, actually, it's Harry we want and not you, that's challenge fuel to her. And as has been reported in the past, there have been instances where it's been made clear, we don't want you, we want Harry. He's the real royal, you're not. That infuriates this one's wife, because she believes that everybody wants to speak to her, deal with her, be with her, because she's so charismatic, kind, empathic, and wonderful. And any suggestion that she's the tag-along flies in the face of her own deluded view of herself. I'm H.G. Tudor. Thank you for listening.